Here's Paddy Power's latest horse racing offer. It's money back as a free bet if your horse finishes second to the SP Fav in all races at one meeting today and at one meeting every day this month. Max £25 per race, 18 plus, gambleaware.co.uk.
Welcome back to the Racing Post Weekend Postcast. It's Bruce Millington, Paul Keeley, David Jennings and Frank Hickey from Paddy Power. Paul Keeley's already broken a record by going, how long have we been going now? Half an hour, and he hasn't vaped yet. That's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, no, it's there, isn't it? I didn't think I was allowed, actually. You should have seen me last week when Ed was here.
I did see you. I did. I watched it. I watched the video of it. And just as Ed's about to, he's sort of clearing his throat and checking everything to get us off and running. And you have a great big vape. You can't see either of you for a great big puff of, is it smoke or steam?
It's water vapour.
It's water vapour. Oh, I see. That's why it's called a vape. Right, OK. The main focus of attention on Sunday is Punchestown. And the 220, the StanJames.com Morgana Hurdle, where we're expecting to see either Faheen or Annie Power, and at the very least, Vroom Vroom Mag. But unfortunately, they're all, for various reasons, staying in their boxes. So the star attraction is, I suppose, Nichols Canyon, isn't it, Frank? How are Paddy Power betting?
It is. We're 8-11 Nichols Canyon, 11-4 Jars Girl, 7-1 Semper Medici, 8-1 Ivanovic Gorbatov, and 22-1 Simonon.
David Jennings, you've got home advantage, so you can go first. What do you think? First of all, it's disappointing, isn't it, that we haven't got one of the big guns here?
I was just going to say that. I said home advantage, but I'm going to slate the race. It's so disappointing. Once 10 o'clock comes on a Friday and there's a Grade 1 meeting in Ireland, you're just dying to see the decks and what will Willie run? Which one is he going to run? Annie Power or Faheen? And then you hear that none of them are running, and it's just so deflating, really. It really is. And I'd say for Punchestown, I'd say they're devastated because both Annie Power and Faheen are public horses and would have drawn a much bigger crowd. So I actually feel for Punchestown, to be honest. As regards what will win the race, it's very, very boring, but I'd say Nichols Canyon will win it. He won it last year. I think he's won first time out for the last 2 seasons. He obviously goes well fresh. This wasn't plan A, I'd imagine. I'd say that Hatton's Grace was plan A over 2.5 miles in early December at Fairyhouse, but he's £12 clear on official figures. He's rated £12 better than Sampra Medici. Jers Girl is the interesting one, obviously. She was a very good juvenile last season. Couldn't run last week at Navan because of this really rare skin condition, and the stewards didn't let her run. That seems to have cleared up. I'd imagine it doesn't affect her what she can show, but I just can't see her beating Nichols Canyon, to be honest. I'm not a huge lover of Nichols Canyon at all, but it's just process of elimination. I think he'll win.
Okay, Keels, have you got a view on the race?
Yeah, I sort of agree. I mean, he's got the best form by a mile. I mean, look, Racing Post ratings have Jers Girl £15 off, even getting £10, and she's only 11-4. It's not really exciting. I do like her, and I think she really likes soft ground, and she jumped well, and she was a decent filly last year, but it's difficult.
Well, we can play up our My Tent or Yours and Yanworth double and turn it into a treble.
Yeah, we can have a fourfold if you want to go a race earlier and all.
Okay, well, we'll come to that. Frank, have you got a view on this?
Yeah, I think Nichols Canyon wins. Like you think about it, he won it last year with Faheen in the race. If Faheen was running in this, he'd be about 1-8. Jers Girl was really good last year, but I think her best runs were over 2.5 miles. And then with the doubt about the skin condition, yeah, I think this looks a weak race. I think Nichols Canyon will pick it up handy enough.
Okay, the first of 3 really good races on the card is the 110. It's the Ryan's Cleaning Craddockstown Novice Chase, and we've got a real shorty here, haven't we, Frank?
We do. Identity Thief is 1-3. Ordinary World is 7-1. Ball Dark is 15-2. And it's 16-1, both Attribution and Ben Telemar.
Right, if you fancy Identity Thief, just say so very succinctly, David, and we'll move on.
Yep.
Okay, that was very succinct. Keels, can you take on the Fav?
No, he looks superb first time.
And what about you, Frank? Have you got an angle into this?
Back him for the Arkle.
Really?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah? What, beat Altior?
Yeah.
Well,
at the value, he's a value at the moment, I think. But
there wouldn't be much between them on hurdles form, would there?
And as well, I bet you if you did a bit of digging into how much Henry improves horses for going chasing, if he improves any bit at all, he's going to be a monster. He jumped brilliant the last day. Really excited by him.
Okay, the Gigginstown dominated 145, the Florida Pearl Novice Chase, and Disco heads the market, does he not, Frank?
He is. He's 11-10. At Trois Phil is 11-4. Nambor 9-2. Jetstream Jack 13-2. 16-1 Space Cadet and 50-1 George's Con.
Who do you think is going to win, David Jennings?
This is one of these weekends, Bruce, where I fancy so many short price favourites, so it could be absolute carnage. But look, Disco needs a trip. He needs soft ground. He needs fences. He's got all of them 3 things in his favour. Noel Mead's horse are running really well. Look, Brian Cooper obviously had the pick of him, a Toy Phil, Nambur, Gigginstown had so many. I think they had 7 of the 11 entries, so they could have picked anything. Their number 1 is Disco. He's a very, very good horse. I remember talking to Noel Mead about him when he was a bumper horse before he even ran, and at that stage he was the apple of his eye, and that's quite a while ago now. He did everything right at Punchestown on his debut over fences last month. I think he's even more in his favour here. It's not a bad race. As of the 3 Grade 1s, this is probably the one that I'm looking forward to most. Of the 3 graded races, this is the one I'm looking forward to most. 11 to 10, look, it's short enough, but I think he'll probably win.
Heels, what do you think?
Yeah, I thought, apart from making one really bad mistake, I thought Disco was really impressive, and he looks pretty athletic. He looks like he's going to be a much, much better chaser than he was a hurdler. That's what I feel is, quite a decent horse in his own right too, but I think Disco's the one.
So, of these 4 shorties then that we've got this weekend that we've talked about, My Tent or Yours, Yamworth, Disco, and Nichols Canyon, which is the weakest leg of the fourfold there?
Nichols Canyon, probably.
Sorry, I was actually looking at Kills there, but he's on
trying
Twitter. He's on Twitter, sorry.
I was trying
Did
to
we
find
interrupt
out,
you?
I was trying to find out what's been winning while we've been waffling on with missing races, punting opportunities.
I do apologise.
Spoiling my life. No, I think Nichols Canyon's just about the weakest, and of course Disco, it's a novice chase. So anything can happen in a novice chase, can't it? So, one of those two. The two ones in Britain will win.
I never used to remember you doing that to Nick Luck on the morning line when you're on there. Just drifting off.
There's no racing. I drift off all the time, don't you? You've known me for long enough.
I know. David Jennings, what about you? Which of these 4 might let us down? Do you think it's a rock-solid fourfold?
I think, as I said already, I think My Tent or Yours is a certainty, but I think Nichols Canyon is probably the dodgiest, just because he probably, this isn't plan A, and there is a few question marks about him after the run in the States. He's probably the weakest. Disco, obviously, what's
happened? David's gone. He's gone. We've lost David. Right, Frank, are you still with us?
I am.
Okay, and what do you make of Disco's chances? Will he be running scared?
I think he's going to be very difficult to beat, but it's a novice chase. Toy Phil was pretty good up and down Royal. Jetstream Jack, the day he was supposed to run in Cork, he was very heavily supported before becoming a non-runner. He might be a handicap project, but I don't think it's cut and dry. The Disco will definitely win, but he is the most likely winner.
Okay, though. Anything else anywhere in Ireland? We've got a meeting at Cork as well, Frank.
Well, the first at Punchestown. This is a case of I'm just going in again for this. After Rain runs again, he made a
I watched him. Yeah, I watched him. He didn't run very well, did he?
He didn't run very well, but then again, the Drift and Betfair would have told you that before he ever ran, that he wasn't expected to do well. I still think he's been dropped another pound. This thing is so well handicapped. It's only a matter of when they push the button, and I'm hoping it's going to be on Sunday.
Okay, so that's the 12:40 after Rain. David, anything else for you, either on the Punchestown undercard or at Cork?
Yeah, there's one I thought that was going very well at Down Royal when he fell in the 250. The Storyteller for Gordon Elliott and Jack Kennedy. I thought he was travelling really well when he came down at Down Royal. So I think he's interesting. As Frank said in the first race, After Rain is interesting, but so too is Turnover Savola, who Gordon has got from Alan King's. He's probably better handicapped over fences, but I think he is both well handicapped over fences and hurdles. I think he was rated up on 140 once upon a time. He's only 124 over hurdles now. So if there was money for Turnover Savola, I think he is quite interesting in that 1240.
Okay, and Kills, Exeter and Utoxeter.
Yeah, half an interest in the old boy Helium at Exeter in the 225. I think he's been travelling well. He's come down a handicap enough to run in a race this week, and he's probably not quite as good as he was, but Alexander Dunn booked Adrian Heskin, and I think on his best form he'll beat that lot.
It's weird, isn't it, that the two British Sunday cards have both got an X in their name, isn't it? Exeter and Utoxeter. Are there any other race courses with an X? Hexham?
Hexham, yeah, there you go.
Any others? Got to be it, hasn't it?
Got to be it, innit?
It has to be it. Okay, well done. Kills, weekend plans.
I've absolutely no idea.
Really?
Absolutely no
You've
idea.
got nothing planned?
I've got nothing at all planned all weekend. So I don't know what I'll do.
What's favourite?
It'll probably end messy.
What do you think's likely to happen then if you've got no plans? Could you go to the club?
Well, I'm likely to go for a drink tonight somewhere.
With colleagues after work?
No, probably go down my local club.
Uh-huh.
And
cards?
Maybe a bit of card action.
Okay.
And
You haven't got any
depends on
errands
what
to
I
do,
feel
no?
like. I've got no errands. I've got nothing to do whatsoever.
Oh, excellent. It sounds like you're just going to sit there and punt then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
DJ, did you have an emotional reunion with Aoife last week when you got back from Cheltenham?
Yeah, it was pretty emotional, all right, yeah.
Was it?
I'd say she was sick to see me back. Yeah, what's the plans for the week? I'm in Punchestown tomorrow, and then tomorrow night I'm actually out for my birthday dinner that was earlier on in the month, but I was away. So, and then Sunday, I'm off on Sunday, but the Morgana's on, so I was hoping to go. But Aoife wants to go hiking.
Hiking?
Oh,
Hiking?
God.
Oh, my goodness. Where?
Wicklow.
Wicklow. All right. Excellent. Do you like that, getting away from it all?
I do like it, like on a Monday when there's nothing to do, but when the Morgana's on, I need to get talking to Paul to have a little kind of how to get out of things like this with the missus.
Yeah, you do actually.
You engineer a row the night before.
Oh, no, he always says that, engineer around. That's not a nice way to get out of it. I think the fact that you went to Cheltenham last week, and I think you need to suck this one up and get your hiking boots on.
Yeah, well, you've already said on numerous occasions that I'm punching above my weight, so you're probably right.
Well, it's true, isn't it? I can't be the only one who says that. Ugly bastard like you and a nice girl like Aoife. I mean, it's obvious, isn't it?
Yeah, you actually are the only one that's ever said it to me.
Well, everyone else thinks it, believe me. Frank Hickey, what are you going to be doing this weekend? Has Jill got plans for you?
I don't think so. I have a hurling match tomorrow, and you know times are tough when they're texting me to come along.
Are you playing or watching?
Hurling in November.
Yeah, it's kind of a league promotion final against Peregrines in Dublin.
Who do you play with?
Nave Olives.
All right, okay.
Like they're kind of like half Dublin lads, half country lads in a hybrid.
What position do you play?
Oh, I won't be starting tomorrow, but I'd play anywhere in the forward line.
And do you have to wear a mask for that?
Oh, you have to wear a helmet, yeah.
Mask.
What?
A mask.
What is a mask, isn't it? A face mask?
What?
Yeah.
No,
I'm
well,
not talking about a Zorro mask. I'm talking about...
Yeah, we call it helmets, Bruce.
All right, fair enough. A helmet.
yeah, you
with
still
the
wear a helmet.
Does the helmet have a face mask?
It does.
Thank
indeed.
you.
no, a face guard, not a mask.
Face guard, yeah.
All right,
Depends
Jesus
where you're from.
Christ.
But yeah, so I'm playing that match. Well, going to that match and maybe playing if they're stuck. And afterwards, then I'm off for the rest of the weekend. So there's a good chance I'll be in front of a screen watching the rugby, pointing.
Okay,
Saturday
excellent.
into Sunday morning.
Good. Well, you sound very confident, Frank. I know you've had a couple of setbacks on the punting front the last 2 weekends, but we're backing you to roar back. And also David and Keel sound very confident as well. So hopefully, folks, there's bundles of winners in there for us. Thank you very much for listening. Don't forget, if you do like the Racing Post postcasts, do get onto iTunes and subscribe and rate us. And we are back on Monday for the review postcast. So please join us for that.
The Racing Postcast in association with Paddy Power. They stream all UK and Irish racing live on your mobile, tablet or PC.